The 8th chapter. The Rishi said, when Chanda Asura was killed and Munda was destroyed and all his army reduced to powerlessness, Sumba, the Asura king, could no more remain in peace. He ordered for a unification of all the Daitya armies and said, now let all my warriors unite together with all their weapons and march against that lady in the Himalayas. Let my 86 commanders collect their armies of elephant riders, and let the 84 their armies of chariots. Let the 50 crores of powerful fighters and the 100 sects of Dhumra Rakshasas start now under my command. Let the armies of the Kulakas, Dauridas, Mauravas, Kalakyas, among the Asuras start for war against that celestial woman. Quick, quick! Ordering thus, the terrible Sumba started with a large army as if to uproot the whole universe in his anger. Seeing an extraordinarily huge army approaching her, Devi Maya covered up the whole earth and the sky with showers of arrows which made sight impossible. Her lion began to roar mightily, as if at the time of destruction of the worlds at the end of a kalpa. The sounds of her weapons, arrows, and the lion were still increased by the fearful sounds of Ambiga's bells, conches, and thunderings. Hearing these sounds, the Asuras began to encircle Devi. They encircled her lion and Kali also from all sides. At this memorable time, for the purpose of the welfare of the world and the destruction of the Asuras, the powerful forces of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, Skanda and Indra entered the body of Durga Devi. Whichever is the form of the particular god, in the same form their forces began to face the Asuras. As the force of Brahma, Durga came with a kamandalu and riding upon a swan. As the force of Shiva, she came riding on a bull and holding a trident, wearing the moon and the snakes. As the force of Skanda, she came riding on a peacock with Shakti in her hand. As the force of Vishnu, she came riding upon Garuda and holding Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Shanga and Khadga in her hands. She appeared in the form of Varaha, Narasimha and Indra sitting on elephant and with Vajra in her hand and with 1,000 eyes. Then from the body of Devi came out the great form of her power, Kali, frightening the entire quarters with her dreadful appearance. She called her messenger Ishana and said to her, go and tell the Rakshasas that Indra should rule the heaven, that the gods should obtain the sacrificial offerings, that the Daityas should enter the Patala if they want to live. If they wish to fight with me, let them come. I shall feed on their hot blood with joy. Since she was sent by Kali with this message, she is even now called Sivaduti. Duti means messenger of Kali. Hearing the proud message of Kali, the Asuras, filled with rage, ran towards Katyayini in order to put an end to her life. The Daityas rained upon Katyayini all sorts of astras and sastras from all quarters. But the shrewd Katyayini showered upon them a more powerful rain of arrows and divine weapons, which obstructed the Asuras from operating their weapons and astras. Then Kali, with her invincible power, rushed through the Asura armies like a forcible blast of virulent wind, swept over thousands of Asuras and crushed them down under her feet. With one sprinkling of holy waters from her kamandalu, she absorbed all the strength of the Asuras. With chakras and the tridents and the number of Asuras she killed cannot be enumerated. With Vajras and Shaktis, she fell upon the Daityas like Garuda over serpents. With the blow of her Vajra, the Daityas fell in thousands, vomiting blood and deprived of their heads and limbs. The chakra of Devi destroyed innumerable hosts of Asura armies, and Devi, with her form of Varaha, tossed them with the tusk, hither and thither, and tore them to death. With the form of Narasimha, she began to eat up the Rakshasas with a ferocious roaring. The fearful Dutis, created by the Devi, began to work havoc in the Rakshasa army and brutally devoured them and crushed them down. Seeing that the forces of the mother are working the destruction of the Asura army, Raktabija, their leader, came forth with arrogance and fury. From every drop of blood that fell from his body, there came out dreadful Rakshasas, equal to him in power and valor. Raktabija fell upon Indrani with rage and threw upon her his deadly astras. Indrani, with her Vajra, cut down his arms, and there was a profuse gushing of blood from his body, which wetted the ground. Immediately there rose up thousands of Rakshasas, each equal to him in strength and cleverness. They cropped out as many Daityas as there fell down drops of blood from his body in battle. All these fought with Devi from all quarters. When, again, with a severe blow of Devi's Vajra, Raktabija's head was fatally wounded, there was a stream of blood flowing on the ground. At once, thousands and thousands of Daityas emerged out and fell on Devi with all their might and main. Devi broke the head of Raktabija with her Gadda, and his blood gave birth to so many warrior Asuras that the whole earth seemed to be filled by them. She tore his body with her chakra, and there again was a stream of blood. Thousands of Daityas again cropped up, and the whole earth and the sky were filled by these fearful giants. The Devas were filled with extreme fear when they saw that the whole world was filled with Asuras who could not be killed by any means due to their infinite increase in number. Seeing the Devis dejected very much, Devi told Kali to widen her face and spread her vast tongue. O Kali, when I destroy these Asuras with my astras, do not allow even a drop of blood to fall on the ground. Drink up all their blood with thy extensive tongue. Eat up all the Rakshasas that are created by Raktabija's blood, and then he will automatically be destroyed completely. Saying thus, Devi pierced Raktabija with her Trisula. Kali spread her wide mouth and drank up the blood of the Asura. Pained by the harsh trident of Devi, Raktabija roared his last roar and fell upon Devi with great force. Devi put an end to his life with her chakra, and there again was a great flow of blood from his body. Kali ate all the created Rakshasas and drank the blood of Raktabija. Raktabija fell on the ground like a mountain shaking the earth. All the gods were filled with great joy. The celestial damsels sang, danced, and rejoiced.